Welcome back. Thank you for watching. And if you are wondering, what is Providence all about? That's why Martha Sheridan is here. Martha, it's good to meet you.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
GoProvidence.com. That's all they have to remember, right? That's all we have to do.
Your one-stop shop.
Get to the website. That's right. But to somebody that really has not been here before, how do you describe Providence?
I think it's a perfect blend of New England charm and hip and historic urban cool. So yeah, nice little convergence.
That makes sense.
Hip and cool and New England charm.
But look, the reality of it is, talk is cheap, right? So here we are in travel and tourism. Everybody can say whatever they want,
right.
But you guys have it to back it up. Because if you look at what's been going on here in the last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you're really putting effort into it. Tell me about that.
We've had a lot of infrastructure changes in the last, I'd say 20 years, starting with relocation of the rivers. We built this beautiful convention center, which is kind of the hub of downtown now. We have built hotels. We have many more under construction. We built the Providence Place Mall. And we've just also done a lot to the urban streetscape. So a lot of new shops in historic buildings. We don't tear anything down here, by the way.
Good.
We like to retain our buildings and reuse them. So you'll see a lot of that as you wander through the city. Beautiful, preserved historic buildings, and a lot of them reused in creative ways.
In creative ways. And because that brings to mind the neighborhoods. People, it's kind of cliche to say, well, yes, Providence is made up of neighborhoods, but they're neighborhoods worth going to visit. You gotta step into them to truly understand them, right?
We love the moniker live like a local.
Got it.
And travel like a local.
Yep.
So we've developed actually a program on GoProvidence.com where we showcase 15 neighborhoods in Providence. And we curated the information very carefully, talked to people that lived in those neighborhoods to say, hey, what do you recommend visitors do when they're in your hood?
Nice.
And it's been really successful. So you can go to GoProvidence and look up 15 different neighborhoods and experiences in Providence.
We have to address this water fire thing. I set my garbage can on fire in my hotel room, and they didn't like that very much.
No.
I was trying, but you go outside for that. Tell us about it.
So Water Fire is an art installation. It started here almost 25 years ago, actually. And it takes place about 12 times a year, anytime from May through October, typically on a Saturday night. And what we do is we fill what we call braziers, cauldrons, whatever you want to call them, large floating baskets on the water, a mile-long string of them, and we fill them with wood, and we light them on fire. And it's precisely timed and orchestrated, so a flotilla of black boats with people dressed in blacks come down the river. They light the fires at exactly sunset, and they burn throughout the night till after midnight with music and art installations going on, and typically we'll draw anywhere from 20 to 50,000 people for that event.
You are kidding me.
I'm not kidding.
That is not exactly a small number of people, but you've got the space to accommodate them. It's one of the things that's really deceptive here. We always talk about Rhode Island, of course, I think they just recarpeted the state last year, but you have this really...
I haven't heard that before,
well, I mean, but it's funny, it's like, yeah, of course, we know that, but you step into this town and you're like, wait a minute, I have all these amenities, I have all these activities, and they really are, almost all of them, within walking distance. Almost all of them.
Very compact, very accessible. And if you can't walk, we have great public transportation to get you there. So, and that's the thing, that's why I say the combination of historic charm, urban, hip, cool, is you can go from the east side of Providence, where all the magnificent restored homes are in Brown University, Rhode Island School of Design, over to the hip, fun, cool west side on foot within 15, 20 minutes. You're there.
Best time of year to visit, your opinion. Come on.
Tough one.
I know, that's why I'm just going to ask you.
I'll say fall, but I will say this, and I'm not just because I'm a tourism marketing person, but there literally is something to do here year-round. Even though winter might not seem like a great time to come into a city like this, that's when all of our theater's happening. That's when our restaurants are up in full swing. So winter's fantastic, but fall is really beautiful.
Yeah, with the crisp air, the leaves.
It's pretty beautiful.
It's pretty cool.
And the college students are back, and it's just kind of, you feel like the renewal in the air, and it's a fun time.
I think we're going to have to come back in the fall.
Awesome.
All right, good to meet you. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it, and thank you for watching.